Alright guys, this is the single worst thing any Japanese learner can do. And what do you think that thing is? That is to turn on English subtitles while you watch anime. You're going to have to turn the subtitles off. I cannot emphasize this. By you watching anime with English subtitles, you're not going to make progress. I guarantee you, no progress. Okay? Like here's the thing, learning a language is hard, okay? I understand. Learning Japanese is the hardest language to learn ever, okay? And it takes a tremendous amount of kakugo, okay? Do you have the kakugo to actually learn Japanese, guys, okay? Because it is hard, all right? So you're gonna need to like watch anime without subtitles. And it's amazing that Japan has media like anime to learn from. Because again, I guarantee you, with the difficulty of Japanese, it's a really hard language to learn, but at least it has all this anime content to watch from, right? It has all this entertaining otaku content. Like, it's actually surprising how much content Japanese people already have. Like, I feel like Japanese people aren't inclined to learn English just because they already have a bunch of good content in their own language. So, you guys can use that to your advantage. But if you want to take it to your advantage, you're going to have to take the subtitles off. Okay? Stop putting on the subtitles. I know you guys are like, oh, I'll put it on later. I'll put it on when I feel ready. You never feel ready, bro. You never feel ready. When it comes to you're gonna have to jump in and watch One Piece, watch Naruto without actually understanding that much. Now here's the thing. When it comes to Naruto, you'll be able to understand what's going on, even if you don't understand a lot of what they're saying. So that's the thing, guys. So you guys can watch shonen battle animes just to like comprehend what they're saying. But, to comprehend what they're doing, even if you don't understand what they're saying. But your brain is going to have to go through that process of ambiguity. You're going to have to tolerate ambiguity, guys. Tolerate you not understanding that much. And I know it's really hard as an adult because you understand everything in your own native language. So it kind of takes a hit when you go to another language and you're like, oh crap, I understand nothing. It takes a hit. It's a very surprising hit. It's like, crap. Like, even with me, bro. Like, I know French, I know Japanese, I know English. I'm like, yo, I'm invincible. And then I go to, like, another language that I don't know, and I'm like, crap, I know nothing. It's like, and I try to attempt to immerse myself in, like, Spanish, for example. And I'm like, yup, still know nothing, bro. Like, it's literally the same process over and over and over again. You're going to have to treat yourself like a baby, okay? When you're a baby and you learn English, you didn't avoid this process, okay? You didn't avoid the process of you immersing yourself in English for an enormous amount of time. You did not, avoid that. You went through that process of not knowing much of English, but you learning more over time. You're gonna have to do the same thing with Japanese. Okay, that's why you're gonna have to learn Japanese without without the subtitles, guys. Watching raw Japanese anime without subtitles. That's the way. That's the single worst thing you can possibly do. You're butchering your progress in Japanese. You're not making any progress by turning on the subtitles. And you're gonna have to get into the habit of even watching new anime that you like without subtitles. Like when Attack on Titan was going out, like the fourth season, part 1, when that aired in like 2022. Like we were all hyped. And I was only 1 year in Japanese. I was only like a year and a half in, right? A year in of learning Japanese. And I was so excited to watch Attack on Titan, right? Because it's like so hype. Everyone was like hyping it up, right? At the time, right? And I was still watching Attack on Titan without subtitles. Of course, there are a lot of words I didn't know, right? Like there are a lot of like words like I remember like I learned the word for the grammar pattern for sezaru enai. Like the word for, ezaru enai. So, sonna koto sezaru enakatta. Like that type of grammar pattern, like if you guys don't know what that is, like a very complex, like I don't know how to explain it, but it basically means like it was inevitable that you had to do this. So sezaru enakatta means like it was inevitable for you to do this type of thing. So that's kind of like what it meant, but I didn't know that grammar pattern at the time. I didn't know what that meant, but I learned it through Attack on Titan, and I learned a lot of words through Attack on Titan, like sandatsha. Sandatsha is like actually a very rare word. Like this is actually not a common word in Japanese. This would be only used like in Attack on Titan fictional setting, right? It basically means like someone who is like rebelling against the throne, rebelling against like the government type thing, like someone who's like rebelling, right? I don't know the exact definition, but that's kind of what it is, right? And Eren Yeager was a sandatsha. right? So that's how I learned the word. I learned it when like literally Warhammer time was like, Sandatsha, Saigo ni iinakosu kotoba ga aru no ka? Like that's like, you know what I mean? It was really funny, but yeah, like I was still watching Attack on Titan without subtitles, even though I didn't understand a lot, even though I was hyped. It was a new anime. I still refused to watch Attack on Titan with English subtitles because I knew that it would amount to nothing. So I had to like enjoy myself watching Attack on Titan despite me not mastering Japanese yet. And that's what I did. Okay? Like you're gonna have to go through that. Okay? I think to help this, what you guys can do is you guys can watch animes that you've already watched before, right? That you already know the plot of, and rewatch it without English subtitles. So you guys can actually pick up some words because you already understand the story. So who cares if you don't understand everything? Because you already watched it, bro. Like you already watched the series, you already know the story. So you might as well rewatch this story without, English subtitles because there's no need for you to comprehend everything now because now you're trying to learn Japanese. So that's an also effective tool is rewatching animes that you've watched before, but so yeah, that's a really good way of also breaking the ice when it comes to really immersing in anime without subtitles because you're gonna have to watch it without subtitles, guys. Okay, I know it's hard, but this is the way it's got to be like this. Okay, because if you don't do this, you're never really gonna make meaningful progress in language, and that's really what allows you to make progress is to really just turn those subtitles off.